Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In today's class, we'll be learning how to make this nice short. Alright, it was a very easy short to make. Okay, and if this is what you look forward to making or to achieving, then definitely keep on watching and let's get right into the process. Okay, so we'll be drafting directly on our fabric. Alright, so I already have my lines. I have 1.5 inch from the top of my fabric to that line, and that is just going to serve as my elastic casing. Okay, so every measurement I'll be taking will be from the lower line. So from that line to that point, I have my hip point, which is 9 inches, and then my crouch length, which is 12 inches. Okay, and the length of my shirt, which happens to be, I think I ended up using 15 inches. Okay, so well, those are the lines right there. Okay, so on my waist line, I will be imputing my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for seam allowance. My hip measurement is 40 divided by 4. I have 10 plus 1 inch, which is 11. So I am just going to be putting down that measurement on my waistline, on my hip line, and on my crouch line. So I'm imputing 11 inches all through. So just go ahead, impute your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going ahead to connect those lines. Okay, like so. And that is that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be doing right now is we'll be taking our thigh measurements. Our thigh measurement divided by 2. So take your tape all around your thigh. Do not make it 2 feet, just give it a little bit of allowance. Mine was 25 divided by 2. I had 12. So on my crouch line, I am going to be imputing that 12 inches plus 1 inch for seam allowance. Remember, I had 12 plus 1 inch, which was 13 inches, and then what I had there after imputing was 2.5, like you can see. I had 12 inches plus 1 inch was 13 inches. So just go ahead and do the same thing you see me doing. And then on the length of my short, I am going to be imputing the same 13 inches. Okay. If you want yours a bit fitted at the lower part, you can go in by 1 inch. But no, mine, I wanted mine this way. And then on my crouch point, I went up by 1 inch and I am just connecting it down to my hip line like so, just to get my crouch curve, and I'll connect straight to the hem of my shirt. And that's all for the front, guys. Very easy. I'll just go ahead and use my scissors and cut through right now. You see how easy it was creating our front pattern? Very easy. It's going to be an elastic waist short. Okay, so no need imputing your waist measurements because our elastic is going to help us fit this short to our waist. So yeah, before cutting, make sure you pin down, okay, because this is a light crepe fabric. Okay, it's just going to help keep your fabric in place. Okay, so after cutting, this is what we have, and then I'll go ahead and open the other part of my short. I'm opening it up. Remember, it was on fold, so this is me just opening up that folded edge, and I'm going to keep this aside and introduce my second pattern for my back piece. Okay, so here I have my front piece placed on another fabric, which I am going to use as my back piece. So all I'm going to be doing right now is I am just going to go ahead and add 2 inches to my front piece. Okay, so I'm placing my front piece on a new fabric and I am adding 2 inches all around. Okay, so to repeat what I've said earlier, I placed my front pattern on a new piece of fabric, which I'm going to be using to create my back pattern, and then I added 2 inches to the measurements I already have on my front. I connected those lines and I am going to cut through. Okay, so you can see how easy it is. Very easy to make. I think I used just one yard of fabric, but if you're on the bigger side, Of course, you'll be using more than 1 yard, okay, to make this. So yeah, just follow my steps and you'll get exactly what I did. Okay, so this is it. I am opening my back piece as well, and there I have my front and my back. And that is all for the pattern drafting, guys. I told you it was really easy. Okay, so next we're going to head into sewing our shorts together. So what I'm doing right now is I am pinning my crouch point. That is because I am going to be sewing my front crouch and my back crouch. Okay, so yeah, I'll take that to my machine and sew all the way like so. Okay, so this is what we have after sewing. You can see I sewed by 1/2 inch. I used just 1/2 inch to sew. If you have a serger or a weaving machine, you can go ahead and weave this as well. So there I have my front piece and then my back piece. I've also gone ahead to sew the crouch for my back piece as well. I'm taking off my pins just so you guys can see properly. Okay, so this is what I have. It's also been sewn. So next I'm going to place my front piece on my back piece, right side facing right side. Of course the back piece is going to be bigger than the front piece, okay, but that is exactly how it's meant to be. So we'll just pull this side by side and pin down. Okay, so just take your time and pin this down. Okay, and yeah, if you're a beginner, I would always advise you make use of a pins. Okay, it's going to help you work. It's going to help your work easier and faster, of course. So yeah, so this is what I have after pinning. I'm also going to go ahead and pin down my crouch like so. Make sure those lines are matching each other. Pin that down. Okay, take your time and pin it down so everything matches up. As you can see, I'm taking my time to pin down everything so that by the time I take this to my sewing machine, I am just going to go ahead and sew it down without having to do so much adjustments. So that's what we have. We'll go ahead and sew like so, both sides and the crouch. So I'll show you guys what it's like after sewing. Okay, so this is what we have after sewing our sides. As you can see, it's been sewn down, and also down there has also been sewn. Okay, so next what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hemming our shorts. So we'll take the hem of our shorts to our sewing machine. We'll go ahead and hem, we'll hem with 1/2 inch twice. Okay, so you take this to your machine and fold like so, 1/2 inch twice all around, and you sew all around for both hems. And then for the waist of our shirt we'll also do the same thing, but this time remember we'll be using 1/2 inch elastic. So what we're going to be doing is we'll fold in 1/2 inch first, and then we'll pull down by 1 inch. Okay, so we'll just pull down by 1 inch, as you can see. Yes, after folding in 1/2 inch, we'll pull down by 1 inch, and then we'll sew all around, and we'll leave like 1 inch spacing. I'll do that and show you guys what I was saying. Okay, so this is what we have. We're gonna head to hem our shorts. Like I said, folded 1/2 inch twice, and then for the waist, like I said, I'm going to be leaving just 1 inch spacing, and that is the 1 inch I was talking about. There we're going to be inserting our elastic casing. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I am going to take my measurements. Okay, I had planned on cutting this elastic 19 inches, although my waist measurement is 27 inches. But how I know my 19 inches elastic is going to be enough was that after cutting that elastic by 19, I put it down to my waist measurement, and I realized that it was still going to work. It's still going to pass through my hip. Another way of doing this is you could just minus 10 or 8 inches from your actual waist measurements when cutting your elastic, depending on how stretchy the elastic is. So this is it's an half an inch elastic, and it's very very stretchy. So I just took out 9 to 10 inches from my actual waist measurements and I cut it out, and that was how I got to my 19 inches. So I'm just going to pull this through the elastic casing that I've created, and I'll hold it down with a pin just so it doesn't go in entirely, and I'll just keep pushing it through until I get back to the other end. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand, just watch what I'm doing and you will definitely get what I am trying to explain. Okay, so after passing it through to the other end, you just go ahead and sew your elastic together and close up that one in space that I left open. After that, yeah, our short is ready. Just go ahead and give it a good press, iron properly, make sure everything is laid down flat, okay? And our short is ready. Very easy, very, very simple to make. I made this in less than 10 minutes. In less than 10 minutes, I was done making this actually. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, and of course subscribe to this channel. Please, 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 and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, it's going to help me grow. It's going to help reach out to more people. Do not forget to like I said. Okay, and thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in our next class. Bye.